we're gonna have to work on that first. Okay, I think that's good enough. I want to give Strike Expand to somebody who doesn't have a lot of it. Yeah, let's do that. I can speak symbol him. I can't look at that YouTube video, unfortunately. I'm not close enough to the computer. And that's gonna make... But, I'm guessing, can you tell me what it's pronounced? Okay, Joachim? Okay, good. Now I can just cringe every time I mispronounce in previous streams. But it's okay. It's better that I learn now than later. Joachim. Kim. Okay, so it's a shorter I instead of a longer I. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Oh well, I'm gonna cringe on the previous ones. This is why when we were in Europe, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't pronounce anything properly. Alright, I think we're done with customization. Give me one sec, guys. I'll be right back. I shall be back. Time to take care of something. Laundry. Okay, I'm back. And yes, I try to pronounce the names correctly, but I know my limits on European languages. I can't speak Romance languages. Sob. Alright, nice to be back. Let's move on. Let's see what's beyond. Oh, thank you, Raul. Yeah. I know that, Persephone, you're actively learning a Romance language, so that's pretty neat. I need to learn Spanish. I'll be going to... There will be one point in the month I will be away to Mexico. The land of the Mexica. So it's going to be fun. So I had to deal with Farsi earlier this year, and now I'm gonna have to deal with Spanish. Yeah, it actually would be helpful. I just took a Japanese test, so it was kind of rough. It was hard, so, but it was not kind of neat to take the test. It's still, Japanese grammar is still very difficult for me. For many people, honestly. Oh, what's there? Red crystal. Oh, we might need that for later. I have a feeling we're gonna get an encounter very, very soon. Yep, see. Told ya. I'm gonna keep Anastasia in the party for now until we have a use for... Until we finally, Blooming Phoenix. Yeah, let's, French is moon runes? Oh, heck no. That is... At least French is in Roman letters. Alright. Let's see. We'll probably want to do the light class. I don't know what they're weak to, unfortunately, so... No, let's try to hit as many of the Blooming Phoenixes. Yeah, got it. Alright, we're using the form of the Bride of the Moon to... Okay, wow, nice. Good job. We'll snapshot the one thing we have not ID'd yet. Works in our favor. French is easy for you to say because you actually speak the language. The pronunciation is difficult and the conjugation is difficult. Yeah, take care of the level up, please. Yeah. You're watching a new drama. Oh, it happens. I was gonna say, and yeah, Frankie, I think, yeah, for me, French is difficult for pronunciation. Like, I find it quite difficult because it sounds I'm not used to with either English, Chinese, or Japanese, so it's a bit tougher for me. Spanish is actually a little easier for me because at least it sounds I can make. Even the rolling R's, kinda. Arroyo, I don't know, I can't. Oh, jeez, let me not make fun of my terrible pronunciation. I'm not used to 5 yet. I'll have to work on that. Oh no! Filet mignon. Alright, take care of that.
Well, how do you like that?
Illusion, by the way. That could have gone a little better, but it's okay. I should probably use this 286 to upgrade some dudes. Now that we have some of the elementals that we wanted. Alright. I mean, even though Yuri's not in the party, but it's still good to have this on deck. Well, he's fully upgraded. We could upgrade Somnian. No, let's look for someone who's in the process. 6. Okay. Yeah, let's upgrade Fides for now. Do it. Sometimes if you throw an enemy to the wall, you can do a little more damage. Yeah. I usually do hard hits with not in the combo. Oh, that's true. Good point. I hadn't thought about that. We'll just upgrade Fides for now. Monsieur, I don't know. I can't pronounce. Hellflame. Good. Alright, let's rock and roll. Yeah, I'm quite terrible at French, so... I have French relatives too, so... I may have to learn this language as well. But for now... Spanish is probably more... reachable. Because I have a little bit more experience with it. Pronunciation's hard, man. What's this glowing thing? It looks like some kind of altar. Look, there's a round depression here. Do you think we should try putting this crystal in it? Put the crystal in here? Okay, let's try it. Oh. Yikes, what the hell happened? We got transported. Monsieur. I guess that must have been a warping device. Yeah, silent letters like Bordeaux. I don't know what this dungeon's about. It's Fuji-san, but... Fuji-san? Fuji-san wa kirei desu ne. Sorry, that just means like, Mount Fuji sure is beautiful, isn't it? Except I said it with a higher pitch than I probably would have normally. A warping device, huh? I never imagined there'd be a device like that inside the Immortal Mountain. Anyway, whatever. Let's keep going. Monsieur. So, because I have the red key, I can walk back and forth. But for now, I want to check something here. Before I go any further, I wonder if there's some like item I can grab. Oh, of course it's far. Okay, see? That's why you don't leave too quickly. Samigina. Shinsan. I guess it would be Immortal Mountain. That's in Chinese. I don't know what it is in Japanese. Monsieur. I want to go to Champs-Élysées. Is that okay? There's a red crystal. Take out the red crystal? No. I want to use it for now, because that is our only lead. Okay, let me make sure everyone's relatively healed up. Yes, obviously that is not the way you pronounce Monsieur. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm making all French people like cringe right now. I mean, well, from my experience in Paris, it's like people there will you will be taught how to pronounce things because they are very proud of the language. Nothing wrong with that. It's just something to keep in mind. And yeah. Let's see. Do I want to keep Anastasia around? Yeah, sure. All right. Let's see. Ah! Oh. I think that may be all three at monster types, so I may not need to keep Anastasia still in the party for now. She's already too buff as it is. Oh, that's gonna make our lives miserable. Oh no. Yeah, this is going to really suck. Thankfully, he's not really a special attacker. Uh-oh, combo time. Please don't kill our mage. You guys are horrible. Y'all horrible, man. No, I'm here at Fuji-san to chase after Astaroth. He's in this. Yeah, Quebec French is different. It's a different French. Yes, from what I remember, you were. I think someone told me that too. Yes, that's why those silly Parisians think that they're so different from the Quebec people. Even though, whatever, they're just being, you know. Is it different? I think Frankie can best answer that question. I've heard it's different, but that's only... I'm not a French expert. Let's go ahead and... well, we can probably just actually use our chance to attack. Yeah, I want to get rid of some of these guys as quickly as possible. So let's do that. Yeah, got it. It's like USA... American English versus British English? That seems like a good comparison from what... That makes sense. It's not quite... A dialect is different. I don't know, like, it's just different. Like, Chinese dialects can be more severe. Yeah, no, we'll bring her back up as soon as we can. I did not... let's kill the lava lump, and then... I'm trying to knock down some more enemies first before I bring her back, so she doesn't die the next turn. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, Mr. Invisible. There you go. Yeah, nice job. No energy charge for you. Ow! My body. So does she have something to? Oh, we don't need. This enemy's not strong enough for me to use aroma oils. Let's bring her back up really quick since we have plenty of these. Talisman of Mercy. You know what? Just use Talisman of Luck. If she's not. That's not a big deal. Standard Mandarin and Taiwanese Mandarin are a bit different. Standard. Chinese Mandarin, yes. Yeah, we can just use regular attacks. No need to waste our MP on this guy. He's gonna die in like the next turn. Once I get what? Joachim. Oh. Or I can twist up. That works too. Joachim.
If you want to see me, face me in the ring.
Oh, Sacre. I like how people think Sacre Bleu is still used. I'm like, no, it's not. That's super old-fashioned. But yes, there is some difference between the vocabulary used by... speaking of Mandarin, it's, there's the Mandarin from China and Taiwan are a bit different in some senses. Like, some words are used... There are some different terms for the same thing. It's still mutually intelligible, whereas in, like, you could still understand what each other are saying, but it might... There's just these differences. You know what? Nobody uses it. Just nobody uses it now. Someone says they used to use it like ages ago, but not anymore. But that's what I've heard. I'm not Canadian, so I'm not an expert on Canadian history myself. What? You mean Canadian history doesn't end at the French and Indian War? And yes, even like within China, there's not a consistent sound for Mandarin, because like Nanjing's, like the Nanjing style type of Mandarin versus the, well, actually Nanjing is almost its own dialect, but it's very similar to Mandarin. And then Beijing has the sound, like huarduo instead of huaduo, depending on which dialect, which country you were. Sorry, I guess that's a contentious word. Which place you are in. Let's see. I think I can boot out Anastasia. She's kind of not going to be useful at the moment. She's already too buff. So let's bring in... Heck, I don't know. Let's bring in Geppetto as a replacement. And Huarduo means flower bloom. And then there's a Huaduo. It's the same word. We don't have any more crystals. We have to go get one? Oh, you use the Beijing accent? I mean, that's considered the proper accent, but you know. So we're gonna have to... There's nothing wrong with talking like that, but I mean... That means you'll be accepted in China. What was I gonna say again? Should we... Yeah, we have enough pens to work with that. We don't have any more crystals, so we can't move any further. Okay, fine. Fine, game. Fine. Be that way. Alright, Oh, okay, well then. Even Nanjing itself has a different dialect. I can still kind of understand it, but there are some sounds that have changed. Anyway, sorry, we're getting into the technicalities of Chinese dialects, and it's a bit harder when you don't, if some of you don't quite know the language. Yeah, actually got all 5. Wow, you didn't kill it. Okay. Kill the lava lump. Do you speak with a certain dialect?
You can't fight fate, you know.
吃饭. I don't know. I just have an accent when I speak Mandarin. It's nothing like Beijingite. I don't know what to call a Beijinger. I don't know. So I didn't learn Mandarin from Beijing, that's for sure. So people say I sound more like a Nanfang, as in the more neutral sounding accent that you might hear in South China. I don't know. 我也不知道啊。吃饭还是不吃饭? Chinese of American accent? I don't think so. Most people cannot tell that I'm American from my Chinese accent. 我不会说中文，我什么都不知道. By the way, I'm mangling the language. Do not copy me. But some of the people can tell I'm not from the area, but they can't tell what I am. Or they just think I'm from Nanfang. Oh. I almost said it in Mandarin, like, 先处理掉吧. No. I want to take care of this monster first, the lava lump. Okay, peace. Are you American? No. I'm Jewish. Actually, that's not a country. Yeah, you have a lot of HP, so they're a pain to kick out. No, don't worry. I'm from Turkey. No, I'm not from Turkey. Turkish sounds really interesting too. Je suis américain. Nice. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I don't know how to pronounce anything. His physical attacks hit pretty hard, so that's why I'm not switching him out yet. I might try it. Alright, that takes care of that.
Come back with more help next time.
Oh, no, don't. No, seriously. There's a lot of encounters. We don't need any more. Je suis américain. Je? Is it je? I think it's like, I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know how to pronounce the J properly. I think people were saying I'm not pronouncing the je properly. Anyway, what am I gonna do? Well, let's heal up first. We'll have Blanca do it since she has a lot of MP to work with. You need to work on the accent, otherwise it's pretty good. Yeah. I'm not very good at French. The pronunciation is so hard. I probably have to actually go to class for those. I don't know. After taking Japanese grammar, I might be biased, but I feel like Chinese might be a little easier. I don't know. No, I can't say that either. The thing about Chinese is that a lot of Chinese there's no grammar. Like, okay, that's not true. The grammar is very, very simple because there's literally no conjugations, no genders. You don't even need, like, there's no genders, no declensions, no conjugations, and there's no complicated, like, sentence measure word. There's measure words, but there's no particles or anything of that stuff you can find in Japanese. Because the thing about Japanese is that you need to know kanji, which is memorization. Oh, measure words? Japanese has measure words too, so you don't get away from that in Japanese either. The hard part about Japanese is the pronunciation's not that hard, but there's not as many words, but you have to know all the grammar. You need to know all the conjugations. You need to know all the grammar, all the sentence construction words, and that's the hard part, because there's a lot of exceptions and rules too. And Yeah, at least we don't have to worry about the Chinese family. I think Japanese, do you have to? Oh, that's a good question. I think it's a little simpler. It's a bit simpler. But yeah, it's different. It's hard in a different way. So Japanese, the easy part is the pronunciation. There's only 2 tones, high and low. And there's an alphabet, which helps a lot, but there's still a lot of the words are still in kanji, in Chinese, so you'll have to memorize them, and you have to memorize the pronunciation, and it's not consistent, so the word, a character may be pronounced a certain way in a different word, so it's very, very painful. And with Chinese, the hard part is that there are 4 tones to measure. You have to distinguish between the tones. You have to pronounce it correctly, or you're going to create difficulties. And you still have to memorize all the characters. And there's no sentence construction. And there's no yeah, that's the hard part about Japanese. Kanji is not consistently pronounced. So just because you know one pronunciation doesn't mean you know all of them, because they're different based on context and because they were imported a different way. And sometimes anyway, it's just very complicated. They're all difficult languages in different ways, so that's why I'm saying they're not one is harder. With Chinese, at least you don't have to worry about, I don't know, particles, conjugations, declensions. Actually, declensions are more of a Greek thing anyway. I think you don't have to worry about that. Japanese and Chinese don't have declensions, which are like noun. Oh, Gaelic? Oh, I forget it. I'm not an expert on that. You need to talk to somebody who has actually taken it. Do I want to get the blue crystal? Maybe I'll put it on the other. I got to get back to solving the actual dungeon first. What's over here? Oh, I already got it. Okay. Well, let's put it over here first. I like how there are statues of Buddha. Yeah, so I'm not saying that they're all hard in different ways, so... Oh, wait, I don't want to take out the crystal. What did I do? I want to actually warp. I guess... Remember that Romance languages are pretty similar, so I'm not surprised. A lot of Europeans are multilingual by... Not by default, it's more of like... They have to be because there's so many languages in their vicinity and there's so much movement throughout the continent that they have to learn it, or they will be or they learn it because they have to speak it, and that's just the way it is. You know what? I'm just going to 10 is unusual though. 3 is pretty normal for Europe, but 10 is very like crazy though. That's insane. That's like not common. I don't think I can kill it in one turn. Nope, I didn't think so. The lava lump is a pain, so I want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Okay, let's deal with the ghouls here. I got it. Hi, Dick Spartacus. No, we're not gonna get it. Where's all the panties? Sorry, that was, Alice is gone. Dead. Okay. So we got to deal with the samurai. It's not gonna do very much damage. So it's Joachim. I'm sure your family's not like that. Well... No. My family is not. They're also French-Chinese, so they're a little bit different than, No, that wasn't Yuri. That was, his cousin, Kurando.
Because our hearts were strong.
Yep. Yeah, we'll bring out Yuri soon enough. Are we gonna... Oh, no. I know what that joke is about. Anyway, so... Yeah, my family is... my French relatives are... Although they're French, but they can speak 2 languages. No, it's not. No. It's not a language. I'm saying they're both Chinese and French. So, like, you know, there's Chinese Americans, so it's like French Chinese. So, like, Marinette from Miraculous Ladybug is a French Chinese girl. So she's of Chinese descent, but she's French, just like my cousins.